I just made Luke so mad.
We had to restart the
He
whole
had to
podcast.
restart the entire
Guys,
podcast.
what's the number one rule of this podcast?
No
No politics. We probably just recorded a 25-minute political segment that will never see the air.
I'm saving it on my laptop.
Yeah, you can save it. But
Bro, it was so funny. I've never seen Luke get so mad at me. You
Dude,
actually were fuming.
that's what gets me, though.
I'm
is
going to have
like,
to edit the red out of your face
Dude,
even more.
It's like the people, you know what? It's okay. Anyways, guys, gimbals still suck.
No. Okay, I switched over to Team Gimbal. Do you want to know in what circumstance?
Yeah, why?
Because I saw someone put a Super 16 camera on a gimbal, which I think it might be the most genius thing of all time.
I mean, they do that in movies all the time.
Yeah, but that's for and
I've always said like the one way I support a gimbal is if you put it on a Steadicam or on an arm.
yeah, no, I'm talking about handheld gimbal, but with the Super 16 camera. on.
So like, in what scenario would you want to use that for?
Well, Super 16, like, there's no stabilization at all.
Okay.
So, like, if you want any level of stable shots, it would be super nice to have a gimbal.
Yeah.
And since you're shooting film, like, there's just so many different ways the camera can shake. And I
Yeah.
just feel like it's helpful. Plus, you're, like, my main issue with gimbals is you're sucking the life out of your thing because there's no human interaction with the camera. Whereas film is so human and a chemical masterpiece that you are all of a sudden, like, just introducing, like, oh, here's one less variable I have to worry about while I'm shooting film. Because film is all about variables.
Yeah.
Are you still mad?
No, not at all.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe you. I successfully rage baited Luke so hard that I have work tomorrow early, and we're going to be here all night just arguing.
Well,
Okay.
this is gonna be our AI episode.
This is our AI episode. So we have so much to cover about AI, and I wanted to start off with the craziest thing that happened.
Well, actually, we wanted to start off with the quote.
Dude, no, we're not talking about this. This is what spiraled us earlier into our argument, which we cannot talk about.
Dude, the quote. I'm just gonna give him the quote. We won't address it, but drop here what you think about this quote in the comments.
That's a good idea, actually.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
I agree,
I strongly disagree.
and I think Luke's wrong.
Leave your comment down below.
Okay, let's oh yeah. AI blackmails creators. I want to look up
What does that even mean? Top 10 black AI creators?
yeah, it said black
It's
said blackmail instead of blackmail.
But what does that headline mean? Like, it's an AI program. It doesn't have a race.
Well, everything has a race now.
ChatGPT.
Aren't we? We're not going back to politics like we just were. Okay, so Claude 4. That's what it was. I had to Google it because I wanted to look up the name. Also, I got to make sure my feet don't enter the camera frame. Okay, so there's a new AI model called Claude Opus 4 or something. Claude 4 Opus. Dude, this thing freaking... So they were going to, like, kill it or something. Like, they wanted to get rid of the AI, or they were, like, running a test on it. I don't know the full story. I will be honest, but you should look this up because it is actually insanely creepy. It was going to blackmail the people who made the AI to preserve itself. Isn't that the scariest thing ever?
That's wild.
Like, I kind of think it's a little more human than we think. If it's going to those links
to stay alive.
me and my fiance's roommate, we were all talking about this the other day, and she was like, one toxic trait I have is I always speak super nice to AI. Like, I'm like, please and thank you.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, I do the opposite. I'm like, Alexa, office off. Like, just screaming at my Alexa all day. Sorry if I just triggered your Alexa. Alexa, buy 1 million pool noodles with Amazon Prime. I hope that worked. And I was like, no, like, unfortunately, I'm not as nice to AI as I should be, because apparently...
Should you be? I used to, and then
I just don't want to get on the wrong side of AI.
See, I used to be like, yeah, kind of like what Morgan did. Like, I'd be like, please and thank you. And then the more I was like, I'm wasting time typing this. This doesn't care.
Well, so I use the ChatGPT speaker, like, talking back and forth with it every once in a while to, like, explain concepts to me. Like, I'll have it explain. Today I had to explain all the sensor frame sizes and all of the film frame sizes and, like, how they correspond to one another, because I felt like I was getting confused with, like, what the difference between 35 and Super 35 and 16 and Super 16 and all that, and Super 8 and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, like there's so many numbers in my head right now that I need to have an AI explain this to me. So I just sat in my car this morning on the way to work and I talked to it. And when I do that, I actually greet it. Like I'm like, hey, how's it going?
Yes.
And which is the most bot behavior ever.
That is, I don't know. It's crazy having gone through the educational system and like AI is like, you cannot use AI. No AI. AI will fail
dude,
you.
I didn't even have it.
Right?
Because
Yeah.
I only went to high school.
Yeah.
AI came out when you were a sophomore in college, right? Junior in college?
Maybe something like that.
I think a junior in college probably. So like I didn't have that experience at all.
But it's crazy because like now it's AI is so hated on in colleges, universities, and you get into the workforce and it's like
Everyone,
you better use AI or you're gonna be behind.
bro, we literally used AI and like the person who used AI to figure out this big problem was praised for it in our global meeting.
Well,
today.
I just think universities are so stupid for not letting people use AI when it's like it's how the world works. It's the same way like when like you saw the literal exact same thing when universities didn't let people use calculators
or
like,
Wikipedia.
You still need to know how to do long division. No, you don't.
No, you
Respectfully, you do not. You can use a calculator in real life, and it does not matter.
I listened to a whole podcast. If you want to listen to it, it's on a podcast called Search Engine, run by PJ Vogt, who's like one of the best journalists ever. And he was interviewing these kids about doing their homework, and he equated it to when Wikipedia came out, and it was like the devil because everyone was like, do not use Wikipedia. And the bottom line, which I don't necessarily agree with your statement that universities should let everyone use AI and that they're stupid for not.
I think depending on the situation.
Because I think people need to know how to look something up in a book. Like how to do like remember Destiny Quest and like the library.
Yes, I completely agree, but like that's like I feel like at least that's what I do. I use AI to get a baseline and then I go and find my own independent sources and primary sources.
But no one's doing that.
I feel like most people are if you're smart.
But no one's smart anymore.
For instance, like
is the issue. Kids literally cannot read.
Okay, that is true. Okay, so then in high school then, but I think once you get to like if the purpose of college and university is to prepare you for the professional world, then you should be allowed to use all the tools you have access to.
That's valid.
If middle and high school want to be like those primary like fundamentals, sure.
I think that's fair. Because my issue is like if you want to go on to like a master's and a doctorate, bro, if you're using AI, I'm going to slap you on the face. I do not want a single doctor around me using AI. Like no matter what field you're going into, whether it's a PhD, like philosophy, whatever, who cares?
What about a lawyer? Have you seen like the AI lawyers? They're kind of good.
Honestly, that would be kind of chill though.
Like it's kind of like hacking the system because people are starting to be like, do I really need like? I mean, obviously, I would still say like, go get a professional advice. Don't trust AI. But like,
here's the deal: like, I need a lawyer to be able to look through documents with confidence.
For
like,
now,
dude, AI is getting people so lazy that I literally watched someone the other day. They were too lazy to. This was yesterday. Ugh. Jeez, I'm so tired. I was at a party. It was Memorial Day. And this guy was like, dude, I'm too lazy to read these instructions. Calls over his wife. He's like, hey, will you read me these instructions? And he's like, actually, no, I'm just going to use ChatGPT. Takes a picture of it, then proceeds to get too lazy to read the synopsis that ChatGPT gave. My brother, we are cooked. If you can't read a synopsis anymore.
What was it? What do you need instructions for?
A board game.
Okay, that's valid. You have to read those. But as if you're just building something, like I just built an entertainment center, didn't use the instructions at all. You can just build it.
You don't understand. If you're too lazy to play a game on a holiday and read the instructions,
no, that's
and then not read the like.
That's valid. That's valid.
Where do we go? People used to buy the SparkNotes books, and that was considered lazy. Reading an entire book made by SparkNotes.
Well, do you know? I found this out the other day. Like SparkNotes was a thing before us. Like it used to be. Like, that's what you're saying. Like an actual book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
it's still like a big thing.
Yeah.
The books are.
Like they would buy those instead of reading the books in school. We would just go online and look up the SparkNotes.
I'm pretty sure my mom in college used SparkNotes. I don't know. She's pretty old. I'm just kidding. I love you, Mom. I know you're watching this. Hey, Laurie. I think someone just came in your house. But
there you go.
We're getting too much on a tangent, so I need to reel us in. Okay. First two questions. Oh.
You got what?
Okay. AI and video editing. How tools are speeding up workflows, auto cutting, color grading, and masking. Is it too gimmicky for professional use, or or
Oh,
too usable,
I
or is it gimmicky?
Yeah.
So here's my thing. We literally use the auto subject select in Photoshop. I haven't used it in Premiere because like I'm not that lazy. Well, that's not true. I just haven't had a need for it. It is so useful to be able to hit subject select, copy, and paste so fast. Like that's how we do our thumbnails. Is literally just using the subject select AI thing.
Yeah, and then I center the face wherever we need it, and then I just extend the bottom frame.
Literally so nice. Like generative fill in Photoshop is the best thing ever. Every single one of our thumbnails uses generative fill on the top of the screen to like fill in the ceiling.
Honestly, half the time you probably can't even see it because I don't know if
You literally can't tell.
it uses like the whole image in the thumbnail. But yeah,
What?
like so I do a full 16:9 thumbnail.
I'm talking about the YouTube thumbnails.
Gotcha.
Like, it's on every single one.
Oh, yeah, but even on our real thumbnails,
Yeah.
I use it all the time.
Oh, because he's making like a full thumbnail and then the Instagram crops it, which is
Yeah.
so annoying. Instagram, genuinely get your act together.
Okay, I will say like,
Going back and forth on updates all the time.
and like they don't know which dimensions they will actually want to like cater to.
And even worse, bro, why am I having multiple different updates across multiple different accounts?
Yeah,
Like, what is
it's
happening?
like, should I be editing 9:16 4:5 or like what are we doing? Like,
But listen,
can we get our
like,
acts together?
what is happening when I update my device and it only updates one account, and the other,
That is weird. I didn't think about that.
and they're all logged in? Like, it's not like I'm going in on my computer and fixing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I was like the most anti-TikTok person ever, and like TikTok, it's been
TikTok
pretty
is
steady.
low-key goated. I can't even
It's
lie.
been steady.
Our audience on TikTok is so engaged. We love you guys. Thank you for commenting. We read all of them, even the hateful ones, because we want to get better. Okay, but do you think it's usable or is it too gimmicky? I think it's usable, because like look at the stuff people are doing in Blender with VFX. Like some of that
definitely.
is like weird,
Yeah.
like big learning curve. Now, okay, do you agree? I'm just gonna put this out here. I do not agree with this at all. Do you agree that AI images can coexist with photography? I don't.
What do you mean by coexist?
Like if that image was AI and you pass it off as a photo,
No, I'd be pissed.
what the heck?
So I had this exact scenario come up. So where we live in Dallas, we love Dallas. Reunion Tower is currently doing a photo competition, and I was reading the rules, and there's no like specifics on AI.
What?
And so I'm like, dude, how are you not gonna know? And I bet you the photo that wins, like we'll analyze it, whoever wins on one of our
We'll
podcasts.
flame them.
And I bet you, because especially when you look at the busy Dallas skyline, you get the best angle. I bet you someone's gonna like remove some buildings or change it a bit. And it's like, no, like especially for that kind of a photo competition of a city, you want the skyline to be exactly captured as it should be,
Ooh.
right?
Yeah, I guess so. I have one question for you that you might not be prepared for it at all. Do you believe people should edit their film photos?
Yes. I mean, I think it's art. Do whatever you want with it.
There's
you
a
don't have to.
large community of people who think it's an absolute crime to edit film photos.
Again, like, bro, you're creating for yourself. Like, do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
What about AI though?
oh, that's no.
Where do you draw the line?
That's film is like film is sacred, but like you shoot negatives for a reason. Like you can edit your photos. You know.
I'm just wondering.
I mean, like it also just depends on like what do you want. Like, do you like if you want just the absolute raw look, then like just go for it. Like it's a stylistic choice, in my opinion.
Well, film, like depending on when you scan it, most.
I mean, I will say like.
Yeah.
If you're like buying like the expensive film because you like want these certain colors or like this certain exposure, then like don't edit it. But like if you're just shooting normal cheap film, bro, do whatever you
There's
want with
people who argue that film development is 50% of the process, and if you don't develop your own film, like you aren't shooting film, which I don't.
that. No, and I do agree with that. Like, it definitely requires way more skill to develop your own film, and it's probably way more rewarding.
But do you
again,
think it's 50%?
Yeah, it's really hard. We
I
should have
don't think
Levi. We should have Levi on and ask him. He shoots all film, develops
Okay.
everything himself.
Maybe we should. I want to learn because Morgan knows how to do it. Well, she did in high school.
I mean, think about like I remember the first time I shot on film, and I don't shoot on film, but I've done it like once or twice, and like it just takes you back to like when you were learning and like the rawness of photography, and so in that sense, I understand how people don't
For
want you to
me,
edit it.
the intentionality of only having 36 photos And also the fact that they cost so much money.
And yeah, it's just similar like when I shoot on my Leica, I only get 80 photos on like literally 80 photos and I'm done. So I'm very specific. And in the same way, it's kind of like when you're shooting on film. And then I think if you were to add in the amount of time, like, okay, I've captured this photo, I hope it's good. Now I have to develop it. And if I mess up developing it, then
you're
it's ruined.
screwed.
It's just like, it's honestly like, it probably is. Like, you get more emotionally attached to those pictures.
Oh, I'm so emotionally attached to the reel. It's been giving me anxiety. It felt like I sent my baby off to war when I sent him to go get developed. Because I sent my stuff off to Goodman Film Lab, which I don't want to endorse them yet because I haven't gotten their stuff back. But we could have a partnership on our hands because I'm going to be using them all the time if their stuff's good. And I want to develop my own stuff, but at the same time, I don't think I'm ready to put that on my plate as another thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it would
we'll
be.
see. It would be so much.
You have to dedicate. Yeah, like, especially
I'm scared. I keep putting I keep crossing my legs and I keep getting scared. My feet are gonna end up on the camera.
You're so good. It's literally pretty high.
But yeah. Okay. You want to introduce the space we're in because we did it in the intro earlier, but then we got a little political.
This is my new studio. It's not anywhere near. I mean, it's close to getting done, but the walls and stuff need some treatment.
Treatment.
Like hang some stuff
Oh.
up. It's gonna be a
It's
vibe.
like your walls look fine, dude. What?
Except for Anyways, yeah, it's coming along. It's gonna be really vibey. I don't even know if you can tell how much of the room space is in frame, but it's gonna be vibe.
It should be like almost all of it.
Okay. I really like this desk setup that I got. I got this desk off Facebook Marketplace for $50.
No way.
And it came with that thing with it.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
$50. It was fantastic.
That's a steal.
Now I will say, so Marcus and I went to go pick it up, and it was this really old couple, and they were moving, or they were renting this house out, so they were moving all this stuff, and they were like, yeah, like, well, can we interest you on taking anything, like buying anything else, because like we need this house empty, and we were like, no, sorry, like I don't have space or anything else,
Right.
and we were like, and you just, Marcus. And he's like, oh, well, we can totally like help y'all bring like all y'all's furniture downstairs.
No.
We were there for like over an hour just bringing all their furniture down.
Bro, the lady who marries Marcus better be the most servant-hearted person of all time. No, that is not me.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, we did it. So we brought their couches down, their beds down, and I mean, it was an effort. It took effort.
That's
I was like,
insane.
I'm like, the next
Bro,
day
so
my
you
back was sore.
basically you paid hundreds of dollars in labor for
They're
that.
like, oh man, we should be paying y'all. And I was like, I mean, I'll take my 50 back.
Yeah, please. Like, give me the bed or something. Like, golly, that's insane.
They offered me the couch, but I was like, I literally don't have space for it.
You already have 2 couches.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have taken the couch. Was it ugly?
It was red.
Oh, crap. People keep trying to give us couches, but they're all ugly, so we ended up just having to buy some. Okay.
Okay, so I have some. These are just like, I would say cases where it's like okay to use AI versus cases where it's not from a creative perspective.
Generative fill for thumbnails.
Yeah.
So okay, dude. Are you kidding me?
I would say it's almost a necessity.
Thumbnails are already so gimmicky.
Can you imagine just doing Photoshop? You had to like hand paint all that. Unreal. Like
yeah, that's how I had to do it. Like for so long until this year.
Well, I even remember when I would go like pixel by pixel, and you're just like, brother.
Yeah, you're like changing the brush all the time.
Yeah, so I saw this guy on LinkedIn post this. Shout out Jacob Steed. Don't know if you'll ever see this, but this was his opinion. I'll say if I agree with it. He said in videography space, AI tools are great for subtitle generation, frame corrections, resolution upscaling, which
Yes.
I agree with that, but I'm also like, dude, just shoot whatever you wanted in camera and don't have or try to upscale it later.
I don't know, because with all the screen sizes people deal with, you don't know this because you don't work at a place that has a bunch of screens. Dude, it is important. Like, being able to scale your image to any screen is so helpful.
No, but do you know what he means by resolution upscaling? He's talking about like that, like those photo softwares that are like they increase the pixel sizes, but like kind of fake AI wise.
See, what I would like AI to do more is photo stacking. Like, if photo stacking could just be...
Lightroom does that already, though.
But just make it 10 times easier.
Yeah. Noise reduction, 100%. It's goated in noise reduction.
Storyboarding? Oh, my gosh. Bro, AI storyboarding would be so helpful.
I'll come back to that. Idea feedback and conceptual work and shot planning. So, yeah, I'd say that.
I'm talking like you feed all the info that needs to be in the image into the
and
storyboard,
and
then it just makes it and you tweak it.
I agree.
Because then you don't have to go take iPhone photos.
I've been like hand drawing my storyboards. on my iPad.
It's such
I'm
a pain.
horrible artist, so it's like I
It's
even
like
look back
stick
sometimes-
figure here,
Yeah.
lighter stick figure here.
It's like, bro, I didn't know to do video. I had to actually do art, but frick this.
So lame.
He says it's terrible for idea generation, which
Yep.
I agree. Full scripting, 100%. Because that's my one thing. You cannot use AI to script anything. It's not original work. It's not a script anymore.
The only time that I ever use AI with scripts is writing prompts. I'll
Yes.
ask for writing prompts to, like give me a writing prompt that I can do for 10 minutes to warm my brain up.
And again, I think that goes back to like universities and colleges. Like allow people to use AI for prompts and stuff. Obviously, we don't want to turn in AI and like submit work like that or generate necessarily the actual ideas. I mean, if I think like sparking ideas and generating ideas is good, but like obviously don't like copy and paste work in there.
Yeah.
But I think like for idea and like layout and even outlining, it's great. But it's bad at creating feelings. 100%, dude. I've yet to meet an
Oh my
AI. They
gosh,
can like
dude.
make a mood into a scene or something.
Bro, even worse, like people creating the AI generated like
Reels.
yes,
Yeah.
dude. The editing. So annoying. I've been getting so many ads for Opus AI.
Oh my gosh.
It makes me want to die.
Yeah.
Like, why on earth are we giving up the control of our edits to an AI? Like, I know it's easier, but this is why I keep riding the train of like everything that's harder is better, because it's like,
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Like, so I've had podcast clients. They're like, okay, like we only want to pay this much, and so we're okay if you use like AI to do our reels. I'm gonna be honest. Those reels suck. Like,
they're
they
going to be
suck
so bad.
because it's not the same as having an editor cull through your podcast and be like, this clip is a good clip. They're just
For
picking
your
whatever
audience,
clips.
too.
Yeah, they're just AI just picks clips.
Like,
at
me
random.
and Luke are already so different in how we pick our clips, which is like a problem, obviously, because he'll ask me to send clips, and I'm like, oh, this one's good, this one's good, this one's good. And what do you use? Like a third of them?
Yeah,
Half of them?
probably.
So, like, and like, imagine if it wasn't someone who already knows how you like to edit.
Yeah,
And I know you can make a case for like, oh, well, AI does know how you like to edit.
but it
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't.
It doesn't.
I've been
understand.
friends with Luke since I was a freshman in high school. Like, what are you even talking about?
You kind of just have to like know like be able to see viral moments, and again, that's kind of like what we talk about sometimes. Like, do you have an eye for it? And I think it's kind of similar to that. Like, you just have to like. It's not really something that it definitely can be learned, but it's like you start off at a level, and then the more that you do, the better you get.
Yeah.
AI literally, but AI doesn't. I mean, I guess AI learns kind of, but it doesn't learn in that way where it's like it's getting better the next time.
It misses the human side of things. And that's why it drives me crazy when people are like, oh, I have this idea for a thing. Like, I want to shoot it on an iPhone. Like, they're just picking the easy ways out all the time. I literally had someone today say, oh, well, we need to do it on a phone so we can sync it up. No, you don't. Ever heard of a camera syncing up?
Yeah.
We do it every day. Like, it's just laziness.
Yeah.
Laziness is going to kill you every single time. Like, people keep trying to cut corners, and cutting corners just doesn't work. You know? Like, I flagged for a photo shoot the other day. Like, I set up 2 C-stands with a, like, big diffusion sheet. And, yeah, it took 20 minutes to get it all roped down and like sandbagged and everything, but now my photos are better.
Yeah.
Whereas like there are easy ways out of everything.
100%.
Like cranking your ISO up instead of getting lights. And
my brother.
Like there's just so many things that are lazy, and it's like, oh yeah, but my camera can do that for me. Oh well, I don't need good audio. I have an on-camera mic. Oh well, like all these things, and I don't. Like, why would I not shoot in auto mode? Why would I not shoot in this mode? And I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. And again, it does come down to like a scenario by scenario basis.
Because here's the thing. Like, we talked about this with Tyler. If you're making content and that's the only way you can make content, and it's going, if you're cooking out content every single day and that's the only way you can do it, great. Make it happen. If that's making you work faster, make it happen. If you are slower than me who's doing things the hard way, you have no excuse. You have no excuse. Like, how am I able to crank out 4 reels a day and you can do 1 a week? You know?
Yeah.
Doing the slow methods, and you're saying, oh, well, these are the quicker methods. Then why aren't you faster than me?
Yeah.
You know? Like, not like that's not me trying to be cocky. It's just an example.
Yeah. And I do think, especially when we can go back to like the CapCut versus Premiere, like, and now that I've actually looked into CapCut, guys, like, I know most of y'all are using CapCut for video editing just based on the captions.
Yeah,
like, you know those like
It's the highlighted borders. It's
That-
like the pink border with
Lem-
the white text.
No, but it's not just that. Let me show you. It's
after
every
this, we're gonna have to end.
it's
or
every
go to
caption
break.
you can possibly imagine. Like especially, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to put this one caption into words because I don't know how to explain it, but you'll know exactly when I show you. Captions.
Make sure you mute the audio.
Templates. Templates. Come on, templates.
Yeah, dude. It's so like 2016. Not in a good way. 2016 was a great
Where is
year.
it? Oh, no, this one.
Yes,
You know what
dude,
exactly- with
That's
that-
so AI.
So to me, trying to explain this to you, so it's the one where you like a 9:16 image, fully black screen, just a square in the middle that puts out, and then has like the words like change sizes and colors. I don't know if I'm explaining this. I'm gonna hold this up.
yeah, hold it up
Maybe
to the
you
camera.
can see it a little bit if it's in focus, but it's like it has always like the motivational quotes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and every time I see those, I'm like, oh, so that's literally just AI.
Yes,
Every time.
You literally
'Cause
just
I was always like, oh my gosh, like whoever edited those captions, like that's like, I'm so proud. That took a lot of time.
yeah.
And then I kept seeing like duplicates of them. I was like, dang, like
People are cranking
like
these out.
copying this so well. Like, how are they like, mimicking it? I was like, oh, it's literally CapCut.
Where AI falls apart, if one thing goes wrong, if your department asks you to change one little thing or asks you for the project file and you can't deliver it,
Okay.
and they're like, "Oh, you used AI for that."
Yeah.
No, duh.
I know where I want to
Okay.
pick up.
We gotta end. All right, we'll be back. All right, we're back. Oh,
Okay. Well,
this couch is so cushy.
continuing the topic of like AI captions versus normal captions. So, for those of you who've seen our reels, like they're very like stylistic. We chose a font that we liked.
That was the hardest process ever. It took
Yeah.
6 hours to choose like one font.
Yeah. But I mean, now that we have it, I love it. And it's like it makes it feel like our own brand.
Myanmar, is that what it is?
Myanmar.
Myanmar. Yeah. We're not gonna not
bold.
to gatekeep our font. but-
Well, our and then we have another font that's for our real thumbnails.
Captain.
American Captain.
That one's
I
fire.
love that.
I used it the other day for a video. Did
It's
you
like-
see it?
No, I don't think so.
I think I showed it to you. The one of the guy like spinning the thing
Mhm.
around in the
I don't know.
woods.
But it's a great font.
It's a great font.
Anyway, so it's like I love that we've built that into it, but I'm also like I wonder if our reels would get better engagement if we use CapCut fonts that like everyone knows.
Okay, listen to this argument, which is so stupid. So there's like this idea that if people see like quality, they think it's an ad and they swipe away.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So like, should we just give up?
I honestly
Or should we
think
just stylize things so hard that it's not looking like an ad?
that's what I think honestly, and I hope that our audience appreciates that and like we can become known for that because at the end of the day, I could create a bunch of crap content if I wanted to, but like
Right.
that's not what I want this podcast to be.
But our honestly, we're cropping in on 6K video or 4K video. So it's not even like our quality's not even that crazy.
yeah.
So I think it's kind of helpful. Like we have depth of field, but like on this podcast, this previous podcast that you probably watched, episode 29, which episode 30. Wait,
This last
episode
one.
31.
Yeah.
That was the last one. But on episode 30, it had no depth of field in the back, so it'll definitely not look like an ad at all. But the lighting's better.
Yeah.
Which shout out to these awesome walls that are absolutely.
Clutch.
We look so nice. But I gotta shout out these Amaran 200Xs, dude. They're bright as the sun. I literally want sunglasses in here.
Yeah. It is.
And
really
like you have a
bright.
nice catch light in your eye and everything.
Come on.
We're not even using like
soft boxes or
what's it called?
sheets.
No, like
Diffuse?
the general name for everything.
Diffusion.
Modifiers.
Area.
We're not even using modifiers. It's just straight light on wall, which is kind of too chill. So,
Well, I feel like it kind of gives it a way more natural look,
a lot more natural.
which is kind of the vibe.
But somehow it still fills the room nicely, and there's a nice fall off.
yeah.
So it still creates some level of depth, which is nice. I don't know. I want to learn because I bought these lights for a reason. So I feel like I just need to learn as much lighting technique as possible. I used them the other day on my film shoot to like light the whole space so that I could use, because I was using 400 ISO film.
Nice.
So then I also used flash, but like it was an on-camera flash. It was super small.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm wondering how it will turn out because the whole space will be nicely lit, but it will still have that nice indoor flash effect.
100%.
It'll be sick.
I
So,
love that. I do like that.
especially on film.
So yeah, let us know what you think we should do about captions in the comments. I honestly think we'll probably keep it the same, just because like
No, we're
we've-
definitely keeping it the same.
We've done it for so long. It's like, and they flow so well together. Like I would hate to like change that.
Why am I on Instagram? I meant to go somewhere else. Okay. What do you think about AI in cameras?
I think it's not really AI.
I hate it.
I think it's just
I-
cameras being good and we're calling it AI.
I think we just need to go back to like cameras just basically like I don't even know how to explain it. But I just want a massive sensor. Maybe I just need to start shooting like medium format film and become like a real photographer, because then I don't know, get a life and actually be good at my job.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna go into a little new segment we've never done before, called "Find a Random Blog on the Internet and just ask the questions that they say."
Bro,
So
ain't no way.
these are actually kind of decent. What's the funniest or weirdest situation you've ever found yourself while trying to capture the perfect shot? I have one if you don't.
Go.
So, this was back when I was doing my 299 days of reels. And
Oh, yikes.
there was this like really pretty road on this like super private property. And I always had this dream in my head of like, I want to go stand in the middle of this road. There's a tractor on a hill, and I wanted like the sun setting right behind the tractor.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I was just driving past it one day, like the perfect time for sunset. And I was like, you know what?
I'm going to break the law today.
Literally, I pulled outside the road, put my hazards on, hopped the fence, sprinted on that private property, set up my tripod, got the shot that I wanted, ran out. And I was like, dang, I was totally trespassing. And it was totally, and I was like, that I made a reel about it. Like, is trespassing worth it to get the shot? And everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So-
Everyone knows that. What am I even saying? Dude, my brain is, I'm so tired right now. This is the latest we've ever gone on a podcast.
Mate,
Right? 10 p.m.
no, that one at Ashmore was devious.
That was right. Because me and Luke are big Roses fans. And
There's been a couple late night ones at Ashmore.
like we usually want to go to Roses after we finish recording. And you can't when it's too late. I hope Taco Bueno's open.
I'm sure.
We should stop by after. Pay homage
Come on.
to Taco Bueno. All right,
Okay.
next question.
If you could photograph any famous historical event, which
Bro.
one would it be?
Honestly, do you really want to know my answer?
Not 9/11.
No. Why were you thinking that?
I was just, that would be imagine being able to capture that moment with a high definition camera. But I know it's a horrible event, but like, it would be an insane photo.
My event would be the Alamo. Are you kidding me, dude? The action shots you could get, the emotion.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever read like
Texas
the
history,
Boy
baby.
in the Alamo?
Dude, for
Dude.
Jim Bowie knife.
Yeah,
would go
so fire.
dumb. Davy
And
Crockett
then-
with the raccoon hat. Come on.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, those would be tough.
the Holocaust.
But yeah, that would just be like more of us like
Like raw emotion.
historical. Like you're capturing like just like
But that would be more of a one where
the
I'd want.
deprivation of humanity.
I would want to go back in time, knowing like this is what's gonna happen in the showers. Go in and capture that, which is so messed up, obviously. But just as a historian type of photographer, that would be
Yeah.
insane. And then the Alamo dude, just like that would be so lit. Like if I could use if I had one opportunity to shoot anything with a drone, the Alamo, like the Battle of the Alamo.
Dude, imagine doing an FPV like through.
Yes.
That would be tough.
And like, dude, just imagine like the shots you could get of people just getting murked
Dude,
with like bayonets.
I will say like there's like it's like big fight scenes. So I think the big Narnia fight scene or like the Lord of the Rings fight scenes.
Endgame, Infinity
Imagine
War.
just like getting like an FPV drone. I know obviously a lot of it's CGI and so like not everyone's actually there, but imagine it was like on a big battlefield and just taking a drone just flying around that hole. It would just be like so sick.
Yeah, that's lit. Okay, also, I came around on something slightly. I've got to stop yawning. My family makes fun of me for it so bad. You know how I was so against shooting on LED walls?
Yeah, I still like
I
it.
did it the other
Well,
day.
for video or photo?
For video.
I don't like it for photo. For video, I might be.
For
feel
photo,
different.
why on earth would you shoot on an LED wall?
For concerts, I have to all the time.
No. Like staging I'm talking like you pretend the LED wall is the actual background. Like people do that.
Oh, I would hate that.
Like for car commercials, They'll like this is becoming a very
Oh, but that's on the
normalized-
outside. Yeah, but you kind of do for video. Yeah.
It's becoming a very normalized thing of people making these entire stage volumes
Yeah.
of LED walls so that they can project anything on it.
Yeah.
So I actually ended up using an LED wall for a shoot probably like a month ago. Footage turned out incredible. It was nice. Granted, it was lit like pristinely. Like I had like 2 Amaran 200Xs, 2 Amaran 100Xs, a bunch of panel lights, all this stuff. And all the C-stands my heart could desire, basically. All the lighting stands I wanted. And the footage turned out super good. Like, I had so many mover lights, so much room to work with. And I think if I had tried to make it look realistic, I could have. Like, I could have made it look like they were... That's not true at all, actually, because the lighting.
Yeah, the lighting would be tough. But
Never mind. Maybe I
One
don't
day.
like shooting on LED walls. But maybe for, like, music videos and stuff where it's like, oh, cool, you're on a screen already.
yeah.
Then it's kind of like, okay, whatever. All right, let's see it.
Some of these are just awful. Like, I'm just going right past. Okay. What's the most unusual request you've ever had from a client, and did you manage to fulfill it, or why didn't you?
I had someone one time bring me a photo book and ask me to replicate all the images in the photo book.
Oh my gosh, dude!
And they brought it with them on the shoot.
I would just die.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
So I'm getting married in a week or two, and our photographer like asked us for a shot list, and I was like, "That's so weird." And come to find out, she was just asking for like the family shot list, like after.
Right.
But like Skylar started like filling out like an actual shot list. I was like, "Do not send that until like I make sure they know," because like that would be so. To me, it would be so rude to send a shot list to someone you hired to shoot your wedding. Like,
yeah. Honestly, I don't even like when people send me shot lists for video. I don't even really read them that often. I'll like glance over it and be like, oh yeah, check. Like I already knew I was going to get this.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, like if you're hiring someone, just hire someone competent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
are you kidding me?
Hopefully they've done it. Like they have a good portfolio, and that's why you chose.
The real hack with wedding photography is usually you're actually paying less than you should be paying, in my opinion, because if you sign your contract months and months and months in advance, the odds are their price will increase.
Yeah, that's true.
So I locked in our DJ as soon as possible because he's goated, and I don't think he knows how good he is. But he obviously is
Getting better.
his prices are going to raise. And then our wedding photographer, I locked her in as soon as possible because I saw her rate, and I was like, dang, like there's no way this girl's not going to go up. And so I locked her in as soon as possible. So that's the real life hack. If you're planning a wedding, pay your photographer or get them to name their price as soon as humanly possible because it's going to go up. So
100%.
there you go.
I got an ad.
Holy ad central on this.
Like, oh my goodness.
This is what happens when you are lazy and you don't write down notes. Hey, yo, there's some weird ones on here.
Oh wait, I want an actual question. Okay. Are these like supposed to be jokes?
Yeah, dude. What are you on?
Oh,
bro?
these are actual questions. Okay. This is dumb. I don't want jokes.
Bro, we're cooked. We can't.
Wait, the questions crazy and stupid people ask photographers. Okay,
Oh,
that's weird.
jeez. Dude, my biggest pet peeve is when people are like, "Oh, your camera takes such good photos."
Oh, okay. So this will be a good little segue. These are questions that stupid people ask photographers. Question number 1, they ask, "Do you take black and white photos?" It's like I take photos. I can edit them however I want.
Well, no, on film,
Okay, just in general, if you're just hiring a normal photographer,
dude.
it would
Film
be silly.
photographer is a normal photographer.
No people there's a reason like no one just hires people want digital photos.
That's not true.
Film or edition. Film. I've never met someone for a wedding just shoots film.
That's just not like
And they provide digital. That they provide their photos digitally.
the
though.
scan of the film.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool. It's still you have to pick black and
Completely
white.
different.
You have to pick black and white or color.
This is when someone finds a new hobby and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm like bringing it into everything." Like, dude, that's not leave film out.
Bro,
of it.
says you with the drone business.
That it would apply sometimes.
Film was like the norm for generations.
Okay, we're in 2025 now.
Okay, and film is still waning off.
Second question. Okay, fine, guys. Maybe that was a valid question to ask.
I think it's valid.
Can I have all of the original photos from the shoot?
Okay, wait. I actually saw someone
That's
talk
bad.
about this the other day.
Okay.
What's your price tag for if someone asks for your raws? What's the price tag? Because if someone, there's a number, you know.
Yeah, 100%. But like,
What's the number?
I don't know, maybe double what I have charged.
Okay. So like a wedding, you charge $3,000.
But do they want me to edit all over the raws?
No,
Or
no,
just
no.
provide the raws?
Just if someone asks and I get these raws, you don't know what they're gonna do with them. They could do anything with them.
Oh, because then it's like it's not.
They can re-edit them. They can post them.
Yeah, just double whatever I charged you and don't tag me. Sure.
That would be the thing is like, do not tell anyone I took
Yeah,
these
don't-
photos. I would honestly ask them not to post them.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I just did someone's senior photos, and the mom wanted them edited a very certain way, and I hate them. Like I genuinely
The photos?
hate how they were edited, but it's how she wanted it, like super high contrast. And I literally said, "Do not tag me. Like, don't tell a soul that I took these photos."
Oh my gosh. Who?
I can't say.
You can tell me later. Bro, there was a project that I did recently. I helped my sister with a video, and I thought the video was going to be so bad that I asked her not to tell anyone that I made it. And it ended up being so good that I wish I had told her, like, put me in the program.
Yeah.
Like, put me in the credits. So that, because it ended up super good, and I was really proud of it. But that was on a whim. I don't know how I would have known that.
Another question people ask: do you use Photoshop? But so many people ask this because they're like, they want you to change their whole body.
Dude,
And I'm
when
like,
people
bro.
are like, oh, but make me look thinner.
Yeah, I can't make you lose 20 pounds. I can clear up some acne, but gosh.
Yeah, literally, bro. I'll clear that unibrow up with
Yeah.
generative fill, but holy mackerel, dude. And it's always old people, bro. They're always
That's the
like,
next question. Can you add some makeup in Photoshop and make me thinner? No, I can't.
I mean,
You could, but no.
you can add makeup for sure.
I think the amount that I would
You would
charge.
literally pay me
Well,
so much.
you look
to
at
do
like
that.
what they do with models from magazines. Like they can make you thinner, like
Yeah.
really brush stuff.
Wait,
but
what?
like on like for like that's why people are like, oh, what you see like on
Like
magazines.
Facetune?
That, but even body, like you girls. We can bring on old ex-girlfriends that would come in here like on Photoshop. They would like go into their butt and like make it bigger, like zoom in, you know.
That's insane.
Like it's like you can, but it's like I'm not going to do that on all of your photos. I would charge you an arm and a leg because it would take so long.
here's one thing that I actually started doing recently is I'll be like, okay, here's all your photos. If you want to send back 5, I'll like fully edit these, like out the wazoo. Like if you want like everything perfect about them, I'll do it for the same price as our original price.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Dude, you're addicted to your phone, straight up.
No, I'm just beginning the next question.
You're
already.
not even responding to me.
What did you say? You said you would make it all the same as the photos.
See, you weren't listening. I said the same price.
Yeah. You literally said you would charge the same price. That's so valid.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
That's just a mean question. I'm not even gonna read it. it was your work looks pretty easy. How do you make a living from it?
That's hilarious.
Like, what do you? Like,
So I would love to see. Maybe we should do a YouTube video of like we find people who think photography is easy, and then we put them on a real commercial
Just
shoot.
hand them a camera and manual and be like, all right.
We have them do a project start to finish,
Yeah.
and I just want to see their life fall apart in front of a client.
100%.
That would be a fantastic YouTube series. You know how what's his face, Pat McAfee or whatever, does like. Are you even listening to me?
Yes.
You're not looking at me.
Okay, I'll look at you. Oh my god.
You know how Pat McAfee does like the thing where he brings on kickers
Yeah.
and not
It's
kickers,
college students to get.
students, and he's like, "Have you ever like made
Yelled
fun of a
at
kicker?" And they're like, "Yeah, of course, everyone's made fun of a kicker."
Yeah.
And then they absolutely miss the kick by a landslide.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we should do. If anyone's ever said, "Oh man, like it's just pushing a button," even in a joke, we bring them on, put them on a real commercial shoot, and ask them to like do our job for a day.
Yeah.
It would be comical.
This next one, it's really out of date.
Your neighbor
I'm
just
trying.
started their car and it sounds like Armageddon.
The question is, it's out of date, so I don't even know what these cameras even were. But what camera should I buy as my first camera? The Nikon D4 or the Canon EOS 1DX? and then it says what they actually mean. I actually don't care what you recommend. I'm going to buy the most expensive one, and I'm absolutely sure it will add 10 years to experience to me.
Dude, so here's my thing. People keep calling me. They keep asking me for camera racks.
No, it's so bad.
And they don't give me a budget.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm happy to help you. I'm not actually happy to help you.
Guys.
I hate helping people find cameras. Because 90% of the time, they don't actually listen to what I tell them.
That's
and then the
saying.
other thing is you don't give me a budget. Or like when I ask for a budget, they get all skittish. And I'm like,
Okay.
dude.
Guys, I kid you not. We had someone DM us the other day, which it's still in our DMs. You can go read it.
I'll have to, yeah.
They said, "Hey, I see you guys do photography. Can I ask you a question? Question mark.
Then they
Why are you in my DMs? Just ask the question. Like, why would you say that?
Can I ask you a question?
And
Yeah, I
then he
guess
didn't
so.
follow it up with a question either. So I'm like, I'm not responding.
What did he say?
That's all he said.
Oh, it's not even like he didn't even send the question.
No, yeah, he just said, "Can I ask you as a question? I see you do photography. Can I ask you a question?"
What drives me up a wall is when people ask us questions that it's like, dude, we did a podcast about it, and not only that, we released a clip about it. And it's not only that, it's labeled on our page as to what it is. That literally makes me upset. And I'm like, oh, go watch the podcast. It's on this episode. Dude, oh my gosh. People be sending like us the weirdest DMs. I haven't even seen. Wait, what are you talking about? Can I ask a question? Where is that? Whatever.
I guess it was probably. Wait, what?
Bro, you're too locked into the phone
He
now.
said one of the questions is, "Why don't you watermark your photos?" I don't watermark my photos.
I would only watermark my landscapes. If I did like an insanely good landscape and I posted it online.
Yeah.
But you do like photos of people.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I could, but no, I don't.
Why would you watermark them?
Respect? If someone steals my work, like whatever, dude. Like.
Okay. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. Luke's too addicted to his
one
phone.
more.
Okay. Why don't you have a big lens? It's crazy.
There's a variation of this question. It's just, what is the correct settings for night shooting? But people, there's so many different variations. Like, oh, what are the correct settings for this? What are the correct settings for this? Bro,
Like,
honestly,
do you have a tripod? Do you have a 1.4 lens?
and it's like I can't just tell you, because your camera is gonna be different, like the exact like shutter speed and aperture and ISO that needs to be at, and it's like you just kind of have to figure it out yourself.
What do you mean? Camera's gonna be different?
Like
It's
if
not.
you're shooting on a Sony FX3, it's completely different than me shooting on my R6. My ISO and my native ISO are gonna be completely two different things. Your shutter speed, may say I want to shoot mine like also a photo is way different because obviously you just double your shutter speed for frame rate. But like if you're shooting photography, I might need my shutter speed at 250. You might have the exact same settings as me, but because it's a different body, you need yours to be at 300. So like,
I don't think that's accurate at all.
yes, it is.
What?
My settings for my T7i when I shot concerts are wildly different than I shoot on my R6.
Your shutter speed?
My ISO
Well, yeah, duh.
and my shutter speed.
It's because it's a full frame versus a crop sensor camera.
Exactly.
The shutter speed shouldn't make a difference. Shutter speed. It's how fast
on my
it goes.
T7i, I could shoot 200 and I'm fine. I have to shoot like 250 to 300 on my R6.
What? Really?
Yeah, to capture freeze motion.
What lens are you using? Are you using the same lens?
It's 2470.
What the heck? No, I don't. There's no way that's accurate.
It's just my experience on my
Maybe
cameras.
we'll have to go field
But
test
again, that's what I'm
this.
saying. Is like just experience with your cameras.
Yeah, I guess so.
My ISO is totally different.
Well, if
though.
anyone wants to get me a Super 16 camera, I'll start shooting film. No, what if we started shooting this podcast on a Super 16 camera?
Absolutely not.
We get 2 minutes of content per reel.
Oh my god.
We gotta every 8 minutes we gotta swap the film reel. We'd never get through a full episode. All right, well that's gonna be it. I'm exhausted.
This has been.
Oh my gosh. Literally, there's nothing I can do to stop you. I try and hit the record button and it's too late. So now I just have to be mad because I can't let that be the outro.